Apurva Purohit, the author of Lady You're Not a Man and Lady You're the Boss, and also the co-founder of Azol Ventures. I think before I wrote the book, I had this assumption that many women are able to um, manage both home and career and be successful at that. But the more I started interacting with young girls and the more I started talking to women in my own organization, I realized how tough it was for them to learn how to balance, because society was constantly pulling them in the direction of saying that either you can be successful at work or you can be successful at home. And I think that was a standout moment for me, because I felt that if only there was a practical guide which would help these women, I would, given that how ambitious they are and how willing to work hard they are, they will definitely be able to achieve success. And that was one standout moment. The second standout moment really was that, after the book came out, I actually had women calling me up and saying, how did you know this is happening with me? Were you peering inside my house? Were you peering inside my bedroom to know? These are exactly the conversations that are going on in my house. And I felt vindicated that when I'm talking about issues, they are issues that are real, they are issues that are relevant, and they exist across the length and breadth of our country. Both my books I wrote based on experiences that I had, women around me had. So again, I think for me, writing another book is very, very experiential led. If of course I gather enough more experiences, especially in my new role as an entrepreneur, there will be another book. I think the key takeaway from both the books is that women can achieve success. Women can can manage to balance both ends of their lives, the personal life and the professional life, if only they took the reins of their life in their control. They took agency over what choices they make and are willing to work hard. The inspiration really was looking at such wonderful women who had the ambition, who were talented, but were losing their way in the pulls and pressures of society, organizations, family life, the guilt that comes with leaving a small child alone at home, the issues that come when they are seen as the primary nurturer and the caregiver, where their incomes are seen as the second incomes and not the primary incomes, when there are ego tussles at work and at home. So the inspiration was for me that I want each of these women to be financially independent and equally emotionally independent. That they have to be responsible for their own livelihood, they have to earn their own livelihood, because only after financial independence there are other types of liberties, the ability to make your own choices that are possible. The second thing I wanted women to be is also emotionally independent, that you are responsible for your own happiness, nobody else is, and therefore you have to take control of your destiny, become the master of your fate and the captain of your soul, so that you are the heroine of your story, not the victim or a bystander of your life. I think my advice for aspiring writers would be just write. People say, people think that from zero they will straight away go to writing a 30,000 word book. It doesn't happen like that. Like everything in life, you have to keep practicing. So when I wrote my first book, actually for a year or 2 years I was writing a blog. I was writing a blog twice a week, thrice a week. And then when you get into the habit of constantly writing, and when you start constantly writing, you become better and better better at it. So I think I would say that don't wait for inspiration, for creative freedom or for an opportunity. Just sit wherever you are. I wrote most of my book on flights. So you can write, you just have to put your head down and do it.